Early new technological innovation of 3D printing can help transform industries and the lives of people for the better. We will explore the impact of 3D printing on food, fashion, and society as a whole. In regard to the environmentally friendly aspect of 3D printing, this new way of manufacturing agricultural parts has huge potential to reduce waste because of the smart data applications that are relevant in 3D printing. There is also a reduced need for a warehousing space because printers only print what is needed when it's needed, so there is no need to store a massive amount of parts. An advantage for food industries is that 3D printing would have the ability to turn almost anything with nutritional value into edible food. An example of this is a company by the name of TNO Research, which has created foods which, from ingredients we would not consider normal today, such as mealworms, duckweed, and grass. Another disadvantage of 3D printed food is that it would be a major change in food production, meaning what we consider food today may be different than what we consider food in the future. This change would be highly uncomfortable for some people to have such highly artificial foods, but for some, it might come as a delight to embrace the future of food technology. In regard to manufacturing agricultural parts, 3D printing would allow farmers to become more self-sufficient. For example, farmers are able to purchase design files online and print products themselves. One problem that seems to be holding farmers back from investing in 3D printing is the uncertainty of the value. However, 3D printing is still in its infancy and there are many new career opportunities and advancements to be made in the agricultural sector. 3D printing also enables the food market the ability to provide a more personalized nutrition, which is important because everyone has unique dietary needs. 3D printing food also allows astronauts to have better tasting food for extremely long space missions. Next, I'm going to talk about 3D printers related to fashion industries. It can take more than 20,000 liters of water to produce 1 kg of cotton, equivalent to a single t-shirt and a pair of jeans. 73% of global cotton harvest comes from irrigated land. The use of genetically modified cotton varieties has increased in recent years, reaching 20% of the global crop area. Clothing industry is the second largest polluter in the world, second only to oil. It is estimated that 97% of the water in the Indus River goes towards producing crops like cotton. PLA used in 3D printers is from sustainable source plastic. PLA is also reusable. It can be melted down and recycled as the user sees fit. Also, it is biodegradable. The science behind 3D printing technology uses ultraviolet beams to shape the layers of recyclable thermoplastic into place. This process leaves behind very little or no waste, and localized production reduces waste associated with transportation and shipping. 3D printing allows much of the trial and error in product design to be worked out digitally before making the first sample. Materials used in 3D printers could be recycled like nylon, plastics, metal, and silk. You can also use biodegradable materials which eliminates waste. To extend the life of an existing product, you can print replacement buttons, manufacture an extra shoe heel. 3D printing can not only change food and fashion industries, but it can rejuvenate home economics. Consumers can become producers of their own goods and help slow down the treadmill of production. A study by Whitbroad shows that families can make a huge variety of everyday items at home through 3D printing. As a result, they could save hundreds of dollars a year. Introducing 3D printing into education can foster the creativity of children. Moreover, schools can become producers of their own education material, such as much needed scientific equipment. For society to reap the full benefits of this technology, it must be made accessible and affordable for all people. Community-owned 3D printers and open-source designs for everyday items are a step in the right direction. According to recent studies, popularization of 3D printers could have positive and negative environmental impacts. Localized production could bring down CO2 released in the air from transportation, but 3D printers have a relatively high energy demand. It is unclear what effects localized production will have on factories in developing nations. In one way, less factories could mean less environmental and social problems. On the other hand, it could mean job insecurity for a large number of people. In conclusion, as the use of 3D printers grow, it becomes vital to understand their sustainability for the sake of humanity and the planet. More research needs to be done on how to combat the potential negative impacts of 3D printing and how to amplify the positive impacts.